Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Baby, don't worry.
Testes.
Laying on this bed. Testing 1, 2, kiss my ass. Testing 2. Get down, coronavirus. Get down, drink some water.
Get down, Jessica.
Get down, the value. I'm a value.
It's like when we make us right. There's so many things we can talk about right now. Let's start with a good subject.
I said start the world at large. Let's go in from there.
The world at large, you know, the world at large, I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking about right now. It has nothing to do with the world at large. I'm thinking about penguins. They're the final animal on the earth. Yeah, because Antarctica is the final frontier, right? And then the last animal you see before vast iceland, Antarctic landscapes.
They're also used to
Penguins?
yeah.
Yes. You heard it here first. Are we
Let's just go right into
Are we recording?
it. No, we're not. Actually,
Hit record.
Fuckity fuck.
Alright, hitting record now.
Welcome to another episode of the Palyans Pod. It is I, Basco Palyan, and we're here with David Palyan to my
David
right,
Palyan, right here.
Duncan Palyan to my left, and Jessica Palyan on the.
And might I add, I'm the first black Palyan.
He's the first Black Palyan. You heard it first.
Film and video and
There's the first and the only
Yeah.
so far. Before you, we didn't have any song.
Nobody.
Yes. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Adrenochrom's real. We got Black Hawk helicopters circling around the building right now. They're onto us. They know that we know about the elites plan, the globalists.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I don't know anything, okay?
The pedophiles.
If y'all watching, I don't know shit.
I'm just saying.
I'm just here and I'm black.
I'm just saying there's
Don't come after me.
Let's
After me.
pop belly goblins.
Basta.
So, I'm Dr. Bell. I was asked to come here today.
Yes.
They didn't psychoanalyze this maniacs.
psychoanalyze their last podcast, inspired me to come in and share some of my knowledge and help them heal through their process.
Yeah, 'cause I definitely have a question.
We're broken men. We're broken men.
Yeah, I'm definitely broken. I was crying down the street because a girl broke my heart. It was hurting bad. I was crying down Highway 90. It's called Highway 90. I was fucking crying my ass off because she broke my heart and shit.
Bro, you gotta talk into the mic, bro.
Yeah, sorry. So she broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? I was crying down the street. So I want to ask questions. Maybe you can help me out. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I want to ask this question. I want you to get mad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm asking this question. Are all women gold diggers?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Me personally, I'm just giving. I think me. This is my opinion. I think every woman is a gold digger. There, I said it.
You heard it.
I fucking said it.
I'm gonna touch on that actually.
Touch all over it.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Touch
3.
this situation, please.
I'm gonna touch it and then I'm gonna wash my hands.
5, 4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
That's what we do. It's 2020.
With
wash your
Purell.
hands.
Flamethrower.
I don't think all women are gold diggers. Obviously,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
a woman
okay.
and I stand for my women when I say that. I think that the misconception that men might have is because
David Palyan.
since the beginning of time, men were supposed to be or built to be providers.
Built.
True?
Built?
Yeah. Man go hunt.
Like a structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With dogs.
Go get him.
So,
Go get him.
now you're in a time of, fast cars, watches, lots of money.
Jersey Shore. Golden earrings.
Virtual reality. It's changing times.
Puma.
So, gold digger,
Is it cool to be a gold digger?
maybe. maybe.
Is it cool to me? You think it's a cool?
No, I think there's women that definitely don't put financial stance first. I think there's women that.
So let me
Straight
ask you a
up,
question.
How should gold
Let me ask you a
diggers, how
question.
should gold diggers be punished?
Do they need to be punished? I think Kanye took care of that.
Spiritual.
So would you date a guy? So you're not a gold digger, right? You claiming you're not a gold digger. So this
I'm
is a
not
statement
making
that
any
you claim
claims
it.
about myself.
You claim you're not a gold digger?
General
Okay.
statements.
Okay, this is illegal. It's still illegal.
It's-
Would you
it's-
date a guy?
It's
Would you
against
date
my
a
medical
guy?
practice.
Would you date a guy that worked at Burger King, flipping burgers and fries?
In fact, I dated a guy that worked at Chevron once.
A Chevron mobile gas station.
Wow.
Yes.
You listening guys out there?
I
She
did.
dated a guy that worked at a gas station.
They smell like gasoline all the time.
He was a nice guy.
But
David.
Like all gas station people.
So he
Didn't
had to hook
last
up on-
very long.
At least he had to hook
It was a
Gas,
blind
though.
date. He said he had that gas. And I was
He had to hook up on gas, though, right? He had to hook up on gas, though, right? He had a percentage. He always had gas.
No,
Doesn't that work?
He didn't even. It was probably like a
Unleaded love.
But hold on, where he worked at the
3 or
gas
4
station.
date thing.
Hold on, where he worked, was he a janitor?
No, he worked at the gas station.
Like pump gas.
He pumped.
He sold you Snickers.
He sold, yeah.
Oh, he sold you
I got
Snickers?
my gasoline from
Connected.
him.
Whoa, that's like, yeah, you definitely not a gold digger. You definitely not. Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say
She went with a
they
gas.
must have had.
Did y'all
like,
understand what
pretty
she's
good
saying?
to be able to pick someone up off of like let me
She
get
definitely
20
not a gold
five,
digger,
like,
right?
that's a hard
Yeah,
line to like. It's hard to get to the next level with that.
Yeah, so you know.
Had to have some.
How do you
dates.
slide into your DMs?
I think I'm a gold digger.
Not
bro.
to date myself or anything, but this was before DMs existed.
Oh, what?
I become a gold.
Charlie's
Can a guy be a gold digger?
Charlie's Beach.
Can I be a gold digger?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that men can absolutely be gold diggers, and beyond that, I
But
mean,
no.
men, you know,
It's less probable though,
Bro,
right?
honestly, I'm just gonna.
men dig on other things. Just put it that way.
I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna go on record, not to put your
I'm not a
business
gold
out
digger.
there,
I'm not.
David. But I know for a fact that you've done a little gold digging. You wanna know how I know?
Uh-oh.
I've heard him talk in excess. I've heard him talk in excess about his baby mama, or I mean his sugar mama before.
Oh, sugar
Oh
mama.
yeah.
But I like my sugar mama. She's a little older, but it doesn't make me a gold digger because I don't live with her, right?
So you're not actually taking advantage of
I'm
it?
not I'm not taking advantage of it. You get a gold digger, I have to be driving a car,
Okay.
not washing it.
Nah.
I have to be a gold digger. I gotta get some money from her. But I have to get money from her. Right?
That's not gold digger. That's true.
But if I don't live with her,
I don't know. I've learned these things the hard way through the school of hard knocks.
but see, if I was a gold digger, I would be driving a car right now in her home.
That's
Right?
true. That's true.
And would I take money
You
from
would
her?
be-
Then I'm a gold digger.
you would be
I
taking the
think
gold.
gold digger. I think a gold digger is
Just waiting for her to die with
It's-
insurance.
It's
Like, that's a
someone
gold digger.
saying
That's
it's someone
another gold digger
who
move.
absolutely is dating someone for the sole purpose of material gain.
Is that what you're doing, David?
I don't really know.
See, I think it's been clearly defined for us, as
I don't know, no,
as
I don't
Dr. Bell said before. It's been clearly defined for us by Kanye as
No,
you know,
that,
she ain't messing with no.
I couldn't do what Kanye West did. I can't go with a girl that was on
Yes.
videos and all that. This is just for the women out here too. If you want to get married, you plan on having a future with the friend you have. Please don't get caught on camera giving no excess head to anyone. You know, you don't want to get married and just be you gave head to Derek and Jimmy 4 years ago, but it came out.
Oh, just keep your
Yeah, just keep your
yourself.
cookies. Yeah, please,
Keep it to
baby.
yourself.
Please, you women out there, keep your cookies to
And men.
yourself.
Don't mix the genitalia
Men
and
and
the
women.
technology.
Technology is
That's not where it's.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
keep it analog.
Especially to the teenagers out there.
Just keep it at
Keep your little
Polaroids
breasts to
and-
yourself.
and,
Don't give them to the guys.
cassette
They're
tapes.
perverts, okay?
Just think about your cloud clone and how
Yeah.
it's being created, and you know.
Oh, yes, the
you
cloud
want
clone.
to be aware.
So
of the
you really
things you
did
put on
deep
the
in the
internet.
conspiracy train.
Oh,
You went straight
you
to the
conspiracy
cross.
theories?
I'm a doctor.
Yes.
I've researched a few things.
I've done my research.
No.
I studied the elite. Global.
All right, I'm asking everybody a question right now, right? Do y'all believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
Do y'all think it's possible to have a strong connection? Like, damn, I love her already. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna marry her
Yes.
tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
I haven't experienced it.
I feel like you could get
I'll marry a woman in 2 days.
I feel like infatuation at first sight is definitely very possible, and then I feel like if you're lucky enough that connection is strong enough that it leads to getting another person, and then it happens to line up where you're compatible, and then it leads to love. That's definitely possible.
Yes.
Like I feel like a first connection could definitely lead to love, but if you could actually be in love with someone just by looking at them,
I think so.
like you can definitely be like head over heels, but head over heels to me
it
doesn't mean the same thing.
That's lusting.
I mean, that's more of a negative connotation. I'm saying it's definitely an infatuation.
It's a visual appreciation, but that's just superficial. You know, it's like
I think
it's like
it's more than just.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking at somebody very beautiful. I'm very attracted to this person. But then if you get to know them for like maybe a couple of minutes, you'll find out like, oh wow, these are very shallow and terrible people that only care about, you know, nothing.
Entirely possible, but it's also love is somewhat scientific. You know, we're attracted to pheromones. Don't even know it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but love is deeper than just science.
Of course, but if science and spirituality, in fact, are one.
I don't think it's love. I don't like love though.
I don't know if they're one, but definitely.
I want to be loyal to someone.
I
think it's different.
System.
I don't want nobody to love me.
What is love?
It's too late, David.
I just want somebody to be loyal to me.
It's too late, David. Got too much love now.
I'm loyal to my Palyan posse. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal.
That's what I want to know. How did you guys become Palyans?
Well,
That's a good question.
Chris married all of us.
Oh.
Yes, Chris Palyan, the original Palyan.
Was that on his wedding? At the same time he married our?
No, I was in the back room at the pizzeria.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it rough and dry. And we
were all where he's going with this.
And we were all married.
No rough and dry happened to me. No rough and dry ever happened to me.
He was just like, get over here. And we said, okay, whatever you say. And you know, one thing leads to another. We're all shaving each other's backs, and now we're all Palyans.
I don't know. Yeah, so the full band title is the Palyan Polygamists, but we thought it was a little bit of a mouthful. So, you know, we just kept it at Palyan.
Or the Polygamous Palyans.
Yeah.
The Palala Palyans.
Yeah. You gotta understand out there, Basco out there, you gotta understand, I didn't never scratch his goddamn back. I love women.
We all love women.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But people out there might be like, oh, I think it's a Palyan. He's gotta be gay. No, not me. I understand people being gay.
Do other women love women? Yes. Do men love women? Yes. What are women complaining about? Some men don't like women. And you know what they do? They'll stop them from driving cars and voting. And then what do you do? And then they own all the oil.
Those are men who objectify women.
Objectify me. I'm justified. Are you bad?
Oh,
so,
God.
Okay, Basco, we got a question for you.
So, let me just make sure the camera's still recording. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This took some interesting turns.
Yeah. Basco.
Oh, we're good.
Gay.
We're good.
I think I might have to cut the
Basco's like, oh, it's extra dry. Hey. It's not getting extra. Hey, the point is over here. It's not fine.
The direction I was expecting that to go.
No. Hey, yo, boo.
Oh, we're being serious. Oh, okay, so here's how we became the Palyans. This is how it happened. I'll tell you chronologically, because maybe you don't know the actual story. One day, Chris Palyan went back to school, right? Somewhere in his 30s. And he went for music, right? Community college, because ain't no fancy about it. And there, by chance, he met my friend, JQ. And they became friends. Became lovers. It was a deep connection. It was a deep
guy here.
Hold on, let me tell the story, okay?
Stop making the Palyans.
They became partners, friends, music collaborators.
Of course, they fell in love.
They fell in love.
There was love at first sight.
Love at first sight. They found bond in each other. There was bondage. And
bondage, oh my God!
That's
so
10 episodes for me.
okay, all right.
I haven't gotten there
That's
yet.
a lifetime movie, Basco.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
So one day, my friend JQ, he's all like, "Oh, yo, I need you to meet my friend Chris, right? He's this really cool dude, and he's a really great producer. You go, we should all get together and talk music." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I got nothing going on." One thing leads to another. Now I'm in that. Now I'm reconnected with my friend JQ, and I know Chris. We're all hanging around, having a blast, putting music in each other's lives finally. And then Duncan shows up out of nowhere. He comes straight out of Maryland in a car with his friend. We meet him. I forget exactly how, but
through
a mutual friend.
my friend of multiple names.
Yeah, Corey Greenberg, aka Amsterdamus, aka something else. Duncan, also a musician. It's just a music vibe. We all jump on this music vibrational train that's floating around in the psychosphere, and then David pretty much shows up the same way. Just comes out of nowhere.
I'm a clone.
We all show up out of nowhere. This guy literally
AI robot.
I think the day that David showed up, he came in like a storm cloud, like a storm showed up, and then David appeared out of the mist.
He came raining.
I was born
Mr. Rainey came out of nowhere.
He came out the bayou.
Definitely.
And we were in the studio that day, and I remember crossing your path, bro. You were messed up, bro. You were drunk as a mother. When I first met you, bro, you were.
My name is David Perry. I was an alcoholic.
He was an alcoholic.
Thanks for snitching on me.
Hello, David.
Tell the whole world, Basco.
You were messed up.
I was in rehab and everything.
But
I'm actually still in rehab, but due to the coronavirus, I got a little break.
Even though you were totally,
We're keeping an eye on them.
even though you were totally messed up, you were singing some crazy stuff. It was fantastic. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. And then you just kept muttering and just you're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a video together, you and me, bro. You and me, we're gonna make a video together. And I'm like, that's cool, bro.
I didn't even know you. I just started talking.
Yeah, no, because Rick told you how we shot. Me and him shot a video, and you came to me and like, we're gonna shoot a video. We're gonna shoot a video, and here we are. We're gonna shoot a video.
Yeah.
A couple years later.
Straight up.
And then
it's been like 6 months.
And then Chris, Chris, I told Chris about you. Chris eventually walks by the thing again, hears you sing. You guys start talking. Boom, bada bing, bada bouch. Blackity, look black.
Over with.
Next thing I know,
Signs to deliver.
I don't know if it was that same day or the next day you come in the studio and immediately I'm like, there's this idea I was messing with. I start messing around with the beat. You start freestyling on it. And then within an hour, 2 hours, we have the rough take of a hit song basically. We're actually working on
that
music video for now.
That was the first song we did.
So it came out literally off of freestyle within a couple hours of me meeting you.
And just like that, we became the Palyans.
Yeah.
And then you knew Chris from way before.
Yeah.
But when did you become officially a Palyan?
Well, I guess you can say
It's been a long road to Palyanhood.
I was always a Palyan.
You were born a Palyan.
I just didn't know.
I feel the same. Yeah, I think that's what happened to all of us.
Really, and I fought it for a while. I fought it. I said.
You didn't want to be a Palyan.
I don't know if that's who I am.
I don't know if that's the path for me.
You weren't ready to be a Palyan at the time.
You definitely.
And then this moment happened. It happened at Chris's wedding, and it wasn't that I didn't want to be a Palyan. It was that I didn't understand
what it meant to be a Palyan.
The power it was yet.
The Palyan power.
Palyan power, definitely have power.
And there was just this moment at Chris's wedding when we were on stage actually singing.
Can you hold the mic a little closer?
Yeah, when we were on stage singing, but I was
So I actually have another question.
This is my Palyan family.
Your true father.
I have a question.
You entered the Palyan mothership.
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody here. Do y'all believe in the coronavirus? Do you think it's real?
I think that
do y'all
whatever
think
you
it's the
believe
5G?
in, you give power.
Y'all think it's the 5G message?
Literally, he says the same thing.
Yeah, I stole it from the last.
Gangster!
The first.
You say you a gangster!
We're glad you're a fan of the pod.
Yeah, the pod. We're the cast.
The coronavirus isn't real, just like salmonella isn't real.
Listen.
It's just not real.
I actually bathe in chicken juice.
Chicken juice. Raw chicken juice.
Do you slap yourself with it a little bit?
You got to. Yeah, you got to like just it's got to make you really, you got to just know what you're really doing. You got to feel the chicken on your skin.
You got to become the chicken.
Yeah, smack yourself in the face.
Yeah.
You got to honor the chicken.
How else are you supposed to stay young? Young and youthful.
Oh, Lord.
Stretchy.
You see, they don't
And
want
then
you.
I recite, Lovecraft backwards.
Yeah,
and
H.P.
then
Lovecraft. Call Cthulhu.
What is this?
I don't know.
It's part of Duncan's bathing ritual.
This is just me taking a bath, okay? Just don't,
Got it.
just don't question it.
All right.
We're still recording, right?
Yeah,
Everything
Yeah,
good?
right.
Yeah.
I'm just nervous.
So, Basco, I got a question for you.
Alright, hit me. No.
Come on, man. You got this is a real question. Do you ever think that you can? Do you think that you possibly can fall in love with 4 women at the same time? 4 women.
I definitely. I'm not gonna rule it as not being possible, because anything is possible. As for the likelihood, no. Next question.
You see, the problem is for one woman, I will give her my life. I only have one life to give.
I would give her my life. I cannot.
So you're really like a passionate person.
I only have one life to give.
I have too much passion.
You want to rub her back and stuff, rub her back with lotion.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything would be made out of candles. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
I would build our house out of candles.
So you saying you need a woman, like you want to marry.
I need fire.
How many kids you want?
I need fire.
How many kids you want with a woman? How many kids you want?
2 would be cool.
2.
2 is good.
You hear that, ladies? You heard it here
You heard it.
first.
2.
Yeah, get ready for the old left and the right. You know, who
Picture the
knows?
1-2 combo.
It could just be that, you know, in one swift motion we get quadruplets or something, but who knows?
I always thought 2 is a good number because this one is a really cheesy one. I'm gonna steal from my parents who used to always say that like as soon as that 3rd one comes into play, gets interesting because you gotta switch over to zone defense. You can't. There's no more man-on-man action. You know what I'm saying? You gotta switch to more of
There's too many players.
Yeah, there's too many players on the court.
That's
So
what
you
someone
gotta
put into
really.
perspective from me recently too. Once you have more than one kid, it's like they're against you. They're outnumbering you.
My grandma had 7 kids.
Yeah.
And each of those kids had like 2 or 3 kids. So that's how Mexicans get down, eh?
Yeah.
We like to attack in numbers. Ooh.
You recently adopted one very large white child as well.
And
So.
we got Juan Barton in the
She said she just knew my grandpa was moving.
Moving.
I guess I don't know. I just think that's her way of saying like she don't want to make her daughter feel she felt
Yeah.
good or something. I guess.
13. My grandma
13.
had 12. My grandmother had 12. So we all
12.
have very large families.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I have a large family.
Was your grandmother Catholic?
Yes.
That explains it.
Yes. She had 2 husbands.
Okay.
That
Not at the
explains
same
it,
time.
Bosco. That explains
Not
it,
at the same
Bosco.
Not as spicy.
What you saying, Bosco? Because she's Catholic, she gotta have 13 kids.
Yes. Old school Catholic people, they don't believe in contraceptives, I believe.
Yeah, no. Well, it's different times, you know. It's very
They
rural,
needed the kids.
Central America,
You need helpers.
you know, coffee farming.
It's a numbers
Yeah.
game. It's a numbers game at a certain point
Who's gonna
because
get
back
it?
in those days, like you might lose a couple, and like we need people, we need hands on deck. Like we need a big squad.
So basically, just to be absolutely, and this is just being clear, women of our previous generations had stronger uteruses to be able to, because right now it seems like women don't even want to get that.
It's the diet. It's they're putting the GMOs in the food.
Yeah, I
No.
think the GMOs are weakening the.
Definitely. Women are not supposed to have menopause.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that factual?
Biologically.
This is we're all 3 of us are sitting here like.
definitely
We
conversation.
should not have menopause.
Is this from a gynecologist or
Yeah,
Menopause.
this
What
is-
menopause
this
mean?
is
Like
my
menopause, like we
perspective
get on
based
your
on
nerves?
research I've done. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. However,
Menopause is
But so like how long? So how
It's
recent
real.
are we talking as far as like when did it come into the picture?
I'd have to fact check that for you, but from what I remember reading and researching, that in more tribal times or our ancestors, they didn't have menopause, was like not really existent because they were living off the land, eating very organic food, different lifestyle, calm. Women didn't work like they work today. Women, got together and they had moon cycles and tents
They
together.
synchronized.
Oh yeah, we're going there
They
today.
synchronized.
Moon cycles.
Yes. Yes. Everybody
They
was
synchronized.
Synchronization.
And you know what
the
that was
flow
for?
was
You know what
with
that
the
was
tide.
for? They would go in tents, teepees, whatever. They'd all go through their cycles together, and in those times they would download. They would get insights, dreams, download.
Because they were in the
Visions.
same teepee?
Yeah, because they were channeling and spiritually open, all in the same teepee or place, and then they would take what information they got back to the tribe of like new places to migrate or messages that they got from ancestors.
So they actually turned, instead of literally cheapening it to the most degree that our culture has, where it's like my time of the month versus like, I'm not saying like in bad way, I'm just saying like they literally turned that into like a spiritual experience.
It was
to where they could get. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's been desensitized.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like been like.
Yeah, because let's face it. Women inherently, just from the way they're created, are more spiritual beings. You know what I'm saying? You guys are more connected with your emotions. And like you guys are more spiritual being. Also, because of what you're saying, because once a month you're pretty much dying. You're just blood's coming out. The blood's coming out, and somehow you make it every single month.
Dude, that's a way of turning.
Wow, Basco.
Technically, women are detoxifying in that time.
It's not a nose.
Yeah, I grew up, they was
And
crazy.
regenerating. That's their time to
They be crazy.
detoxify, regenerate.
But like it's
Don't
like
ever
it's like
talk
it's
shit
like
to
a-
eight
it's
women
like
that's
a-
on
you
their
guys get like the
period.
reminder, like
oh yeah,
mortality.
it's
It's
a
always
reminder.
your cycles and eggs.
I think like all women have bipolar
It's
too.
time.
Well, yeah, you.
I think all women have bipolar.
You're very connected. Women.
So wait, if
women-
menopause didn't exist back then, what happened when they just got older?
I mean, they would have children longer.
Oh, so
their
like they're
ability to have children would last longer.
to like 60.
Well, yeah, we're talking like if you want to get, since you like to go biblical with it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
might have been people that could have gone real
100.
old if they were real
120.
connected spiritually.
We should look that up. We should look up what the
I think men are spiritual.
The
So
oldest.
do you
men are extremely spiritual.
Yeah, I think
I don't disagree.
No, men are more logical.
do you think this is a stretch
It's-
though
it's
to
hard
say
to like.
that through like what
I'm
you were
very
saying,
spiritual.
what it was making me think is
I'm very-
in a way are women naturally more grounded to like the the physical
Yeah,
and more
spiritual.
primal nature of our being, in the sense that they have to go through so much more intense physical like
birth.
like things that are like very natural human occurrences.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of more grounded to be what being a human really is, whereas I feel like a dude, we can just kind of be up in our head all
We're
the
more
time.
connected to it, and I'll tell you through what? Through pain.
Right, that's why you guys have a higher pain
Yeah.
tolerance.
Pain is what grounds you, or grounds people into our
Yeah.
existence. Like if we didn't feel pain,
We'd be up in our heads all day.
Yeah, we'd just be like on some other
We'd be
plane.
jumping off the
Yeah.
roofs.
I really truly think men are spiritual too, though. Like,
Oh, of course.
But we
I
won't.
think we all really like the same shit.
Yeah.
Except
I'm just saying, like inherently,
parts.
like just easy, like more naturally.
That's what I believe.
You know what I mean?
I just think bipolar too.
Like men love to work. That's what we like to do. We just like to work.
You heard that? Did you hear this?
I guess you want to
Did
do
you
a
hear
face
this?
on it.
I wanted this right. Yes.
I mean,
All women are bipolar. That's
call
what I
it what
believe.
you want to
Yes.
call it. We're multipolar. Like we're not
Totally.
bipolar.
Oh, yeah.
We have
The
we
poles
go
are going
into
all
moon
over the
phases.
place.
Like
Like a move,
I'm
like,
sorry.
Talking shit like gotta talk
I'm
shit.
PMSing. You need to get out of my motherfucking house today. Or,
It hurts too. See, that
you know,
hurts.
Cut them some
See,
slack.
guys, don't be feeling all emotional. Women need their space.
I'm ovulating.
Women definitely
I'm
need their
cooking
space.
dinners. I'm in a great mood.
Salsa.
It's science.
Yeah.
It's like I can't control it. You
Yes.
just gotta understand it. And then
Yeah.
once you
Yeah.
understand,
Punches.
once you understand, if you're with a
And-
woman,
and
when the times are, you can flow with them so beautifully. You just gotta understand it. Respect
I got a question for you, Jessica. It's gonna be for reals. It's gonna be a very serious question.
Okay, here we go.
For 2020 times.
Yeah.
Can men have their periods?
Oh.
Can men have a flow?
Okay.
Should I be worried about buying tampons?
Wait, is that what flow state means?
The car just crashed.
Should I worry about my flow state?
Me and Duncan has just been in an accident.
I hate to say this, there are people getting surgeries now to try to have children, men to have children. They are trying to do this now, and whether it's going to be successful, I don't know.
Sounds difficult.
Why?
But to go as far as I don't know how that.
Duncan,
I guess I'll say you have to admire the tenacity,
the sheer will. Duncan,
the world is getting crazier by the day.
Let me ask you, Duncan. Would you like to be a mother?
I'm not sure. I think I might be a little underqualified. Remember that?
You wouldn't want to raise children.
You think I'd be a good mom? I think I'm a little nurturing.
Probably be the lamest mom ever. I think even with the soccer game, just there all day. Oh, I forgot.
Perfect soccer mom.
I'm a good dad.
Yeah, I'm a good dad. I wouldn't be.
I do love driving a minivan. I kind of listen to mom music. I'm really into Sade. I love Fleetwood Mac. I think I'd have a great mom playlist on the way to soccer practice.
Yeah. You cook.
I would keep it stocked with Capri Suns. I'm a pretty good cook. I like to clean. I'm pretty tidy.
That's the woman's job.
I would make OCD. All I'm putting out there, anyone who's, I make a good housewife.
So I have a question.
Yes.
You bring up a good point.
You enjoy a nice glass of white wine.
I have a question. You bring up a good point. He said that's the woman's job. Okay.
No.
Definitely. But in our age, 2020, where women are
getting jobs,
getting money,
and money,
having independence, they're independent.
They can buy their own Camaros.
Yeah, because it's
doing their own thing.
Yeah,
what defines what is a man job and a woman job today?
Yeah, in a society where the primal nature of what providing means is disconnected, so it's like anyone can be a provider.
Yeah, seriously.
So I guess in an ideal, if we want to talk about an ideal modern relationship, it would be that, okay, if both people have their own careers, things they want to pursue, then they would both have to share, be able to create a balance where, they could share both being providers and, the man would take on more nurturing roles than normal. The woman would, what I'm saying? It would be a shared responsibility.
That's just the way it's got to be.
Over both ends of it. But obviously,
I'm not compromising.
I still always think that, women are going to be a little bit more suited as far as...
Use the mother, going to pick them
especially
up
when it comes to motherhood, all those types of things. Like, there's going to be certain roles that the man's not going to be able to fully fill, and I think you would do a child a disservice by the child,
sometimes
not being able to have the mother to fill the roles the mother's supposed to fill, as well as you're doing them disservice if the man's out there to fill roles or certain roles that the father's supposed to play, just to have full well-rounded. But great people can come out of weird circumstances too, so it's like humans are pretty adaptable. Yeah, because sometimes it's funny how the most interesting people come out of the most crazy situations a lot of times.
Do you guys think that this is what we were touching on in the conversation earlier today? Do you think that if two parents are very conservative and well-behaved,
voted Trump?
No, just good people, maybe Christian, good Christian people. Let's just say that. Do you think that they can produce children that are complete rebels?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more common that their children will be complete rebels, or that they'll be good Christian children?
I've seen both. I feel like it's kind of a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
That's up to God.
It also has to do with the way that, it's hard to say because in raising kids, there's so many moments, it's
depends how strict you are with your kids. The more strict you are with your kids, the more they rebel.
As a general rule. As a general rule.
I think that if you're not exposed to certain things, I think exposure is key.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Parenting.
Because if my children was with me, they would definitely listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be strict.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that shit.
Yeah.
If she's 18, she's gonna be the biggest whore of all.
Oh wow.
In my house, For my house.
So aggressive.
Listen to me though. Understand what I'm saying.
Like this.
For my house, in my home, my kids gonna know this is not your house. You're just here.
You're just here.
Your room is my room. It's not your room. You just
I own your room.
When you get older,
I only
You're gonna be that dude that
if I think Kelly is a whore, she can't hang with my daughter.
Well, you're paying the
She can't hang with my daughter.
yeah.
I'm sorry. If I feel like Sarah came to my house and I feel like her friend is a whore early, Sarah can't come back to my house because she's going to turn my daughter out, and my daughter going to be tripping and get mad at me because Sarah want to be a whore and she can't go nowhere with Sarah because Sarah is a whore. I can't let her go nowhere with Sarah. Sarah been smoking weed, sniffing cocaine. I seen a cocaine booger in her nose. She definitely got to get out of my house.
Sarah.
She can't hang with my daughter.
Snow bunnies.
I control that. If I don't come in as a parent and say, get the fuck out of my house, this girl gonna ruin my daughter's life. My daughter gonna be sniffing cocaine in the 9th grade. She's gonna be the ruin.
That's Daddy David talking.
Here's
I'm not strict. I'm just not playing the bullshit.
He ain't
Now she want to go to college and hang with Sarah and become the whore of her life. She can do that. I'm gonna be hurt, but you can't control that. Your daughter's in college now.
I think if you put enough of a moral
Boom. She just hit it.
That's all you can really do is set an
foundation
example.
in your children,
She just hit
Yeah.
it.
no matter what, no matter how far
Yeah.
they might stray, they'll always come back to that.
Far
Exactly.
straight when
I'll
you're 18.
testify to that.
Here's a contrary perspective.
18. You far straight all you
I
want.
could say from example is basically, or from experience, is that because if you tighten down too much, and then if you create an environment where your kid doesn't feel like, if there's no trust there, where your kid feels like,
They can't even talk to you.
yeah, there's no space to ever tell you the truth, you're just going to create a really good
I'm not going to care about that.
And, you're
Well,
going to
wouldn't you
hope.
prefer her to be honest with you?
She better be honest with me. It ain't
I'm just saying,
no
if you lay out
hiding.
ain't no choice.
Ain't no hiding, no secret diaries in my goddamn house.
Oh,
You ain't gonna have no little secret little diary. Oh, Dad, you're not gonna look in my diary. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna look in your diary.
He's gonna get the card.
I'm that bad. I'm not
He's
playing no
gonna get
secret
the
team,
waterboard.
little secrets.
Let me ask you this. Would you put a tracker on your dog?
Oh, definitely would.
100%.
I put a track on NC 25. I definitely always do that.
Purse,
I'm always gonna be James Bond to my daughter. I don't care if she's 30. I'm always gonna have a tracking device.
Taking notes.
She can be 45, but she's making sure she's not with a crazy motherfucker. Because people in the world, you ever seen Lifetime? Lifetime tells you people is crazy. I know y'all seen that in Discovery Camp.
I've checked my kids too. I think I would do it. I would do it. In the world we
Definitely.
live in.
Oh,
In the world we live in.
That is true.
I might
You never know the circumstance.
I would-
If you can't hear from
I mean, I won't put a
tracker.
chip in them.
Because I don't want bums with my
But
daughter.
I'll put a
Put a
tracker
chip
on
on
them.
I don't want bums with my daughter. You can't take my daughter in, I'm going to tell you can't be there.
No chip.
I don't give a damn if she's 25. If a man's there and he's not paying the bills, he got to go. She can hide him when I come. He better be in a good spot. I'm going to be checking the doors too. He can't be there. Jimmy can't be there if you're not paying my daughter bills. No, it's not going to happen.
It's so funny how
It's
like
reasonable.
I just realized.
It's not going to be.
Let me get back to this. So that as long as she's a gold digger.
Okay. As long as she gets something good out of it. As long as she can pay the bills.
If you paying the bills,
Yeah.
Did you answer your own question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love it if my daughter was a gold digger. If my daughter was a gold digger, at least be a good guy, Be a good gold digger. 'Cause the average of woman is a gold digger. Not like saying not saying gold digger, but the percentage of a woman to me
In LA,
is not going to go with you if you ain't got shit. You ain't got nothing. You got a PS4 and you play games all day. She's not fucking going with you.
Look, if a lot of women will go after potential, a lot of people will, not just women. I try to level the playing field when I see how men look at women as well, because you could be, a man looking to your woman to advance in certain ways, or to do more in certain ways, or to be more ambitious, or to be whatever.
Well, let me put it simply this way, because men, there's definitely more of the the physical and visual aspect, but at the same time, when it gets down to it, no dude wants to be with a bum chick either.
No,
one wants a girl that
nobody
does
wants a
something.
bum.
No,
And period. No one wants
chick. Definitely not a needy chick. She needs every fucking thing. She want ice cream. She want to buy everything.
A girl that can't do anything for herself.
Damn.
Like, no one wants something they can't do for themselves. They can't provide. Like, it's like, okay, maybe even if I'm not expecting you to provide for me, at least gotta be able to provide for yourself. Like, come
Figure
on.
it out.
So self-sufficiency.
Don't be needy.
Of course,
That's vice versa too, guys. Don't be needy to your girl. Don't be needy, bro. You want the woman to buy everything? Well, come on, man.
Don't be
needy.
Don't be
bro.
simps.
That's for both sides, though, woman and man. Don't be needy. Do your own shit. If y'all go out to eat, pay half. You don't have to be like, I gotta pay. Well, you invited me out to fucking eat. You should pay the whole goddamn bill. So if you invite me to go to a restaurant, you supposed to pay. I leave a tip. That's real. If I invite a woman out to eat, I want to pay the bill. I'll pay the tip. It wouldn't even matter. But I'm just saying, if a woman asks me out to eat, she supposed to pay the damn bill.
It's entirely possible.
If she asks me, you want to go out to eat? Okay.
It's less common, but it's entirely
But it
possible.
should be happening in 2020, though.
I do it.
Yeah. Because guys go through I think guys go through the most. Guys go through the most, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's hard on us.
Yeah.
Because a woman can be pretty like yourself. You pretty. So you can go to a guy and be like, well, I don't want to beat you no more. And he can have a kid with you. But I ain't really got that much money. So you leave and burn off. Now my kid with a dude with bread. I'm looking at Facebook, all the Hawaiian pictures. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't bring a fuck. I'm getting hurt. Like, damn, man, I could never send her there. Like, it hurts.
Yeah.
And now you gotta come see your kids with this other motherfucker that's freaking sign up. He calling you like, oh, it's some fucking fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely, a woman can not even have a good job and get a rich dude. A dude, you just fucked. You gotta find a way to get the bread. Like,
just get the bread.
Unless you got that gas station.
But it still sucks though. Say if she find a governor. She can find a governor. A woman can find any dude with bread. Like if they just beautiful, like they just pretty, they can find any. A woman knows that like 13 she can sleep. Like if they pretty, they know they pretty already. Like they know it. So they know they can get any guy. I think it's a certain age y'all reach. Like I can get any dude. So like when they get to that, then it's like
basically when you're attractive, you know it. You suffer through.
Don't you know it? Don't you know it?
That's no.
Yeah.
All people have their own qualms about themselves, insecurities, you know.
But you got to the age you knew that.
It's not just about like once you become a little bit more self-aware and self-discovered, you understand that it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. Like that's not what's gonna attract your soulmate or your partner or someone that's gonna vibrate on the same level.
And it's not gonna last deeper. So it's like
when people have those sugar daddy, you can find a woman can find things more than a man. We can't. It's like it's hard for a dude.
All this, David.
It's easy.
I'm hearing a little bit of bitterness. Do you not think you're pretty, David?
No, I'm not pretty. I'm handsome.
I'm
a handsome man.
You're very attractive.
I feel like Ali sometimes.
You look like Tupac. You got the eyebrows.
I got it's probably like Tupac and Kobe or something. I don't know. I better look like
you'd be a short Kobe.
Yeah. And he's a Mexican Bruce Lee.
I'm Mexican Bruce Lee.
Ooh, okay. I have a question for you guys.
No, I got a question.
How do you guys feel about women with plastic surgery?
I hate it.
I hate it too.
I hate it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like hate is a strong word. I mean, I'm not like
I hate
of thing. Like generally speaking, I'm not into that type of thing. I feel like there could be extenuating circumstances where like I'm not gonna look down on someone for it unless I'd want to know this.
I don't think it's the same either.
I'm not into.
Hate's a strong word. You're right, but it is like
in general, it's a negative to me just because I'm like, oh, is this someone who's like insecure about their self-image or whatever? Is this someone
too much?
That, Yeah.
It's not like it's not a turn on, but that's the thing. It's like it's You know, because it depends on the context. Because certain people might own something, and like their perspective might be like, "Oh, I totally get where you're coming from."
It looks dumb as hell when people do that to themselves.
I think people can go too far. I understand it when it's like, especially understand it when it's like someone's, you know, maybe they have some kind of deformity, a thing that they've struggled with.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
You never know.
It's okay. If you got a cock eye, I've
actually always kind of a different perspective on that too, because like. You know,
they do.
Let's just say I don't want to like do air in anyone's business out there, but someone, a female that I know, you know, closely, basically like
what's her name? Right now. Tell her.
Someone that's an older, you know, figure in my life.
Her name's Sarah.
It's my mom.
She has.
It's Sarah.
It's my mom.
It's my cousin. Yeah, sorry, mom.
It's my cousin.
Basically, though. I've had a different perspective on it because the way that she was raised, her mom, you know, gave her such a hard time. She was a kid, was a very, you know, I love this woman, but it's like she was very vain, my grandmother, and because that's the time she came up in.
Most grandmothers are very
Navy
vain.
wife, that whole dynamic, very vain in that time period, and
very brutal people.
Yeah, just, you know, she was brutally honest, and she didn't, you know, I don't think she meant anything by it, didn't realize the impact this has on a kid that's developing, especially a girl, and my mom's, she's pretty, like, you know, she's pretty well put together, but, like, she was very hard on her, like, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, like, and she would literally tell me from the time she was a kid, you know, just getting the whole, oh, your nose is too big, your nose is this, it was something she brought up constantly, she's just a person that just... You know, that's the generation she came up in. It's just like she's.
So wait, hold on. Would your grandma be a boomer? No, your mom's a boomer.
She just meets. She's like right at the cutoff. Right at the cutoff.
Your mom,
I think, for boomer.
So what's your grandma then?
What is people that were born during like the Great Depression? I don't know when that. She's like 25.
Can we look that up?
Straight. You know, lived through the Great Depression. Lived through.
I think
but getting back to what I was saying, the whole point is I'm saying my perspective on that's a little different because for her it's something that was drilled into her in insecurity from a really young age. So then when she got older, she actually had a job where she got an opportunity to get either for free or for like very little money get a nose job, and it was just something that like made her more secure. And I never even knew until like not that long ago. I just always assumed that was what it looked like naturally.
So this is what we got here.
Oftentimes you can't tell. I think. You know, especially people.
Oh, after Gen Z, it's Gen Alpha. That's so crazy. Can you guys believe?
Gen Alpha?
Yeah, Gen Alpha is anybody born in 1913.
So my grandma falls into the silent generation.
I don't think that's wrong if you want to
the silent generation.
Which is the generation directly preceding this, the baby boomers.
I think the woman
So the silent generation basically
feels better.
Were kids living through World War II.
I'm gonna bust you, baby. You know, it's very intense if you want.
Gen Alpha, we gotta worry about the Gen Alpha.
Wait, what is this? This is the first time I've seen this. Before millennials, they're calling it the Zennials.
The Zennials.
I don't know if I trust this list. I've never like who's heard that term before. Generation X followed by the Zennials.
Interesting place these days.
Yeah, you never know.
A lot of mixed information all over.
All right. Now I got a question for y'all. Mm-hmm. Here we go. How illogical do you get when you fall in love? How do you go?
What the fuck?
You lose your goddamn sense.
Yep, you lose your mind. You be arguing in Walmart, calling each other bitches and sluts.
I haven't experienced this exact type of love. Not trying to.
Because you never have. You see, you gotta have passion in it.
This hasn't been my. This hasn't been my.
Passionate Walmart.
Passionate sex. You have passionate sex.
You go back by
the fuck somebody up.
Wow. Let's keep the profanity to it.
You go back by that display with all the balls.
Christian server.
No,
Christian server.
Come on now.
My mom checks my phone.
Still at the doctor's office.
Okay, sorry, you guys.
That's okay. We can talk about that place where that anger comes from. That we can talk about it.
Why are we angry?
Let's look at it. Let's look at it,
Let's
bro.
look at it.
Why are you so angry, David?
I'm not angry. I'm just straight to the point.
Okay.
People want to get straight to the point.
No filters. That's fine.
No, straight to the point.
You're not PC. It's okay. Okay.
And I'm from Louisiana.
I have to. Or
it's very hard to get rid of it.
They'll take my license away. So,
in this culture?
Yeah. You know, I won't be able to get government funding. I'm not going to get my $1,200. You know,
yeah. That's how much you get.
It's on the line right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, his ass.
Do you think they're really
racks.
giving us money?
I ain't getting no money.
Yeah, when the 5G get a go, so
I'll believe it when I see it, and if I see it, I'll in fact be a little bit impressed that they could pull
They
it
should
off.
give us $5,000.
They're so bad at getting anything done.
Worried.
We're
that,
done, buddy. That's it.
But like, okay. I mean,
over, man.
politics is a very strong topic that we can go into.
I think I want to be a Republican now.
We're not gonna go into it.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think I want to be a Republican if I was a. It's kind of hard because
I'm a neutral.
if you is a millionaire, you
I
gotta give so
can't
much
get in
money.
any ring. Like they all just look too bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they all just look
I don't wanna
so
be shit.
bad.
It's scary.
I don't want
you
to
know?
vote either. I feel like I
Television's
vote.
scary. Does anyone else feel television's like weird?
I
now?
avoid
I feel
it.
like
very scary.
I feel like
I run away
it
from it. I run away.
It's
from
like if you don't watch it, your
Drilled
energy's
in
good.
the third eye.
Have you seen Food Network Channel though?
Yeah.
Food Network Channel's good.
Yeah, Food Network's good.
Guy Fieri is very he's refreshing. Let's put it let's put it that way because he runs.
He'll take you to
runs
Flavor
I think there's a lot of
right
fake
now.
news too.
If you were ready to go to
I
Flavor
think
Town,
news-
it's a good break from
There's
news.
a lot of fake news.
News
I think
is like-
America is really fake.
Particularly politics, I think it's literally become like I was gonna say WWE,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's more like that. You know that those shows that they would have like on the WWE networks where it wasn't the actual wrestling, it was like the reality show drama about the wrestling.
Yes.
Because you never actually see anyone do any wrestling. Like that's the politics. It's like you never even see them say what they're gonna
They're
do.
just talking
You just see
about
them
how
all
they
argue
might
about the drama
fight each
between each other. Yeah,
or
it's
not
like,
fight each other.
it's all a
Makes it
build up to
stupid.
nothing. Like that.
It's all about who's
Politics
grabbing
is
what
fucking dumb,
and which
bro.
body list
I
and.
think it's just to temper the public. It's just to temper them with
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
You know?
temper us.
Keep
This
them-
is how you really know it's a reality show though, is because they cracked the system. They messed up because they let an actual reality show star get in and he ran the board. Like he killed everybody because they all suck because they don't know how to like make him. Like all they would have to do is ask him, so what exactly, walk us through step A to Z, like if it is on the news of how you're going to make the country great again, you know, or whatever it was.
It's a big question.
But it's
More
like
fake news.
no one can
That's how
answer
they do
those
it.
questions. But are they just turning it into you versus you drama, and then he
now
kills it?
We don't know
He's
who
great
we
at
don't
that.
know who to believe anymore. I think that's
Yeah.
And then
I
the
think no one
Democrats
should.
have a guy that has dementia that's like
Eventually,
his
to
brain's
break the
melting. It's like-
matrix, really to break the matrix,
It's just a
don't
game.
shoot me. FBI, y'all know. Looking at this is gonna be on
This is-
YouTube.
this is
Don't shoot me
100%.
for this.
This is
I know this is definitely the right thing I'm about to say about breaking the matrix. If everybody break their cell
You're
phones,
gonna get us killed, David.
let's start with if we all get off cell phones and we go back to 1995, they would be fucked.
I'm down. Let's do
Basically, they wouldn't have phones, but they would know how to check. It would be
it. We'll go back to
Well,
landline. We'll go
if
back
this
to landline,
5G thing is real,
Yeah.
which it is.
which it is, they are rolling
And
it
we
out.
don't
we should
Let's
throw
all
it.
get Palyans.
The only way we'll be able to throw it is get rid of phones. They're addicted us. We are addicted to phones now,
But
so they
if we're self-isolated and we don't have phones,
yeah.
how do we keep in touch?
Go back to 1995.
We all get
Write
pages.
letters?
Pagers.
Yeah, go
Beepers.
back to 1995. Meet in person.
Get beepers.
Yeah, I know
Get
each
some
other's
beepers
names.
and
We
some
got each other's
landlines.
addresses.
Landlines and
People
beepers.
would actually have to not do this no more with their phones. We'd actually be talking again.
Presence.
So they'll
Hello.
bring you back to
How
I'm
are
gonna
you?
talk to Mike Tyson, get us all some pigeons.
yeah.
Carrier
I'm
pigeons.
not
We're
fucking with
gonna,
tigers.
you know.
Hello.
Definitely a bird.
No tiger.
I'm a fish person. In the aquarium, like, I would like to look at fish.
Lord.
Yeah. But me personally, I think if we get rid of cell phones, especially cell phones is fucking bad for relationships.
It's horrible.
I took a girl out to eat. This motherfucker was in her phone all day. Just
Yeah.
like this the whole time. I'm like, is you interested?
Addicted.
Leave me on your phone. That's why if I get at home, everybody need a fucking phone in the front.
Put it in the cage.
Put it in the car. Leave it in the car. I'll do my shit like you want a courtroom or something. Just leave shit in the car.
It makes it so you don't have to develop like certain social cues. There's a lot of social cues now that like we don't even have to develop because we become dependent on this thing that we can always like
Yeah.
go to, and we don't realize how weird we look because it's just like I don't even need to pay attention to
Like
what's going
porn.
around me.
I think
I can
porn
just
is
look
hard.
at this thing. Whereas like back in the days, you had to learn how to be like, I'm gonna be in a place around a bunch of strangers. We don't know each other, and I just have to like be here in
I have
this
to
moment.
twiddle my thumbs right now.
Yeah, like, you know, I actually, like, sometimes I literally do it to myself just to force myself to, like, Like, let me just feel what it feels like to, like, you know, feel the tension of being around in an elevator with strangers.
Oh, the elevator.
Yeah, like, let me just, I almost, like, got to the point where I almost just kind of, like, relished the moment. Like, I just like the awkwardness.
Not, like, if being in an elevator wasn't awkward before, today, during this pandemic, it is the most awkward experience ever.
It's just fear.
I literally, I went down 5 flights of stairs, like, literally, like, yesterday, because it's just me and a guy going into the elevator at the same time. And a funny thing, I'm not proud to admit this, it wasn't even as much that I was scared of the virus, it's that I was scared of, like, how weird it was going to feel, because he's going to feel like, man, like, should you be in here with me this close right now? You know, like, it's just like, I was literally scared that he was going to be worried I had the virus. And I wasn't even thinking about whether he had the virus. I need to exercise anyways. I need to work on my lungs, you know?
I think the fight is to not believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's very likely chance that most of us are going to be somewhat exposed to it at this point.
Mm-hmm. We all got the virus.
And we probably
right now, I can feel the COVID.
I really think who cares?
Crawling up my back.
Because America is really fucked up.
It is. It's
definitely.
It's sad.
Definitely. I wonder why they think we care about it so much. I don't know how people have fear. I don't know why people have fear though of like, because it's America. They taught us that they don't care.
We love fear.
I don't even know how people are racist. It's just weird.
Who's the real terrorist?
If it's real, I mean, it's like if it's coronavirus, if it's real, who cares?
We're done.
We show them that we care when we watch the news, and we don't. We have fear of like the dumbest shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, newscasters are the new terrorists.
They're
literally profiting off of terror of the entire public.
They're terrorizers.
You know what's crazy is that I would say our generation has pretty much lost faith in news. Like maybe we'll watch it when something happens, but like
and that's a barely maybe because we can just look it up.
Is it a weird thing that it's a new thing?
Don't watch the news, and then obviously with this happening, all of a sudden we're all paying attention to it again, right?
Oh.
Huge spike in
ratings. That's how they do it. That's what they do. They pump fear in America,
NBC.
and half the people fall for it. The people that's not woke fall for it. Right. And I'm actually starting to think some people was born to be dumb as hell. Like you can't fix stupid.
You can't fix it.
You can't fix it.
It's a blessing.
We can break the matrix. We don't want to. I don't even blame it on Donald Trump. I don't blame it on the 8 people that might run the world. They might got 8 motherfuckers sitting in the room running America. We would all be shocked if we really know who run America. We'd be like, what? You never seen the Wizard of Oz? You ever seen the Wizard of Oz? You looked in the curtain, it was one mother, they was shocked, like, what?
You don't look by the curtain.
One person.
Yeah, the difference in America is as soon as you're peeking around the curtain, you kill yourself.
Oh yeah, you get yourself hung with
you shoot yourself in the back of the head twice.
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
This is America.
We embrace hate.
You go to jail and you commit suicide.
Don't know why people cry when people die. I'm really hurt. That's what really didn't make me hurt with my friend. It happened to my friend because I started to understand life. Like, it's America, man.
Land of the free, home of the.
Never was the land of free.
You know what? Gotta happen to them though. You know they're the biggest gangsters in the world.
Gangsters in the world. FBI is the biggest gangsters.
Mobsters.
You know.
Biggest gangsters.
It's terrible to think.
I wonder if they listen to gangster music, like know, behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're just riding around to like go, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Set someone up for like a terrorist
special,
plot.
Like, elite gangster music, like what's that like?
No. They definitely use rap too.
Yeah. It's like, what are they listening to? Are they listening to Nas? What's on their playlist?
But us in America, we just don't embrace the love.
I think they just sit in silence.
We don't embrace love no more. We embrace hate. It's like hate is more exciting than love. So it's like we embrace hate.
They're lizards. They don't like music.
Basically, some of the movies that came out with
they like to taste
if anyone has this information, this is serious. It's a serious question. We want to know what the elite listen to. Like
nothing,
right?
Nothing.
Yeah, they're the most evilest motherfuckers.
Yeah, they like to hear the sounds of the victims crying and bleeding out.
They
maybe classical.
I think they listen to classical. I picture them listening to classical music.
While eating a human placenta.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I know. I really like the picture that
I just think they drugs.
Tim Dillon?
Yeah, Tim Dillon. I like the picture. He painted the picture of the
very nasty.
Oh,
listening to Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow as they're eating fetuses.
I think the elites are very nasty. They're nasty people.
We're joking about this. This is something that's being purged out of our planet one way or another. It's happening.
What do we need to purge? What was that?
All of the sickness. You know.
The sickness that's in some people.
I feel like the sickness.
I think we need to purge.
What do you do with?
I think we need to purge.
What do you do with the psychopaths and the pedophiles? Should we put them down?
Fucking right.
That is a very strong moral question because
put them down.
There's no way to rehabilitate them.
Yeah.
I believe
maybe the pedophiles have a better chance.
I feel like all the pedophiles should definitely be completely incarcerated and cut off.
Do you think they have a chance of rehabilitation?
I mean, let's put all the pedophiles on pedophile island.
I just think they're
pedophile island.
If I was the
strand them
president,
there with no way to get out. And they have to just fend for themselves.
It's funny that's literally what comes to my mind anytime I think about, that type of question about pedophiles. I always just picture island. Like, just put them somewhere.
I think Jeffrey Epstein's
I like Hunger
Games.
Games. If I was the president, I would definitely have a Hunger Game.
In Russia.
I would have it in
There's a Hunger Game in Russia.
No, I was ready.
Oh yeah, isn't there a real Hunger Game?
The dude was trying to get together and the
Did that happen? Oh yeah.
So look, this has been happening for a long time. It's not like, maybe war, violence, brutality. I think
silent wars.
As long as humans have,
we've been killing each other.
Able and
the brothers. The brothers.
It's the part.
War never stopped.
There's a sickness in the human condition that allows for
hate
evil.
and jealousy. Yeah.
War has never stopped. They just do it silently.
No.
They don't do it openly anymore. Like back in the day, they just fly over you and drop some shit. Now it's like chemicals now.
They're still doing that, but then it's just a couple thousand miles away, and they don't even talk about it on the news. They just talk about, you're all gonna die from a disease, or
I definitely think they get some out of the way for robots.
Just finger bang someone, or they can literally say anything at this point. They can say anything. Like they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, don't worry about the fact we just bombed 6 kids and 3 mothers and a priest in Yemen. Donald Trump just got caught finger banging.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And then he's just like,
So what's the point? At the end of the day, what's the point?
Why would you even have a president?
With all of this going on in our world,
it's good.
In our time. What's the point at the end of it all? What should we focus our attention on?
Being in I think being in a strongly like a love loyalty relationship helps you live good.
Yeah.
Helps you live your life.
Focus on the basic.
Like when somebody say you have somebody like you, when you really loyal to someone that loves you, you die better.
I think so.
Because you're gonna die anyway. But if you die, when you fall, when you really love somebody, you can leave with no fear because that person that you've been with for a long time, that's what people in our generation forgetting. Motherfucker want to be a player and pimp. You're gonna die one day, motherfucker. So you're gonna be in your house alone with your dog. Somebody find you dead. That ain't the way to go.
I think that's what a lot of people want. Is they want to really be. They want to be understood. You want to feel like, I was able to express myself, and like in the context you're talking about, that's deeper than it. I'm just saying, that's.
Do you think we take anything with us?
That's a funny one because I listened to this pastor. I listened to this pastor called his name.
You take that with you,
Pastor Paul Shepherd. He says you never see a U-Haul follow a hearse.
That's a good one right there. Bro, this guy's the king of those.
Oh, I love it, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pastor Paul Shepherd.
Another one. Do you think we leave something behind?
Yes. Legacy.
You leave behind whatever materialistic goods you have.
If you always was a bullshitter, everybody gonna be your friend. You's a bullshitter.
Yeah.
You didn't leave no legacy. They gonna be talking about.
I think through the memory of someone, you can leave.
Oh, you see, and that's exactly why I think love love lasts longer than hate. Because if you hate somebody, you're gonna forget about them sooner or later. You don't want to remember them. But if you love somebody, you're gonna want to remember
real
them.
love conquers all.
Yes, so
real love conquers
definitely
all.
Yes.
People that really want to be with each other don't fucking argue every day, man. You're not in a relationship. If you had to argue with your woman every day, you arguing this, somebody gotta not be angry. Somebody has to understand that person. You ain't gonna be happy every day, but you gotta have some system to y'all both understanding each other. Relationships easy. People make them hard. And the shit around us make shit even harder. Cause now you got shit on the moving, you got this motherfucker muscular muscle motherfucker. It's so much shit to look at now. It just clouds the brain. That's why I think porn is horrible.
Porn
is horrible. I think it's just totally horrible.
It desensitizes sexuality.
So it's horrible. It's horrible.
I don't agree with it personally. Like, I don't think that
it's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, really, like, why do you really want to watch other people?
It's weird. It's definitely a weird thing.
It actually makes a guy to meet somebody gay. Don't have anything wrong with it. Gay people, but if a guy watching the other guy going to a woman with what you watching, come on, bro. You know why? You don't want to watch it.
Yeah, porn.
A woman's body
is horrible.
A woman's body.
I'm not.
Horrible's a good term to use for porn.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't ever.
It would be better if society didn't have porn.
I think it's unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
I think it is a sign of our lack of true connection with our sexuality.
Yeah.
I think that if we had
where a lot of money goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's another materialistic expression.
It's a huge industry.
Yeah, there's definitely an exploitation of that disconnect in this modern time, especially because I think porn, to a degree, has always been around. Like, it's always been around in culture. People have always, romanticized, sexualized things. But they definitely exploit it nowadays and turned it into this huge industry.
You force with it, and you with your woman is cheating.
Into a carnal state of being.
And the more desensitized they can be, the better it is for them. Because then it's like the more you're watching, the more you're consuming. It's all consumer based, unfortunately.
And now you got kids with the ability to handle technology.
Oh yeah.
The kids don't stand a chance.
The fact that kids are so technologically advanced right now, there needs to be way more sensitized.
We're done.
Look, I don't think nudity should be made to be
a woman should
so terrible. I think that children.
But that's sexual, though.
Well,
it shouldn't be inherently.
I feel like
nudity isn't inherently sexual.
There's
doesn't have to be.
But it is, though.
There's less cases.
But it doesn't have to be.
It's jarring to see anybody naked.
Because that's how you
unless
were raised.
you're like, oh yeah, so what, we're gonna be joining a nudist colony?
There's less.
It's cold outside. You gotta clothe yourself.
There's less cases of
sexual
predators in places that don't make such a big deal about nudity.
I don't want to get bit by a snake on my pee-pee.
Because people are more used to seeing it. It's not like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I think you need to have boundaries. You need to have boundaries with nudity, definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
And explain that there's boundaries and space to children and those kinds of things.
I actually think we went about it so long.
And the elderly.
We went about it so long in America, we actually don't know that we disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't figure that out before you're old.
I just think it's just a lot of disrespect towards women. And that we don't realize, we curate it and we don't realize. So it's like hip hop too. Hip hop been going so long with the bitch, with the sexual song, like the guys they had the women twerking with their ass. I like it, but it's like it created a bad message for girls.
Horrible.
And it made some women think that how strippers was even when you're born as a baby, you don't know shit. You had to watch something. You had to
learn.
Look in what you. Yeah. My cousin fucked me up with porn. I never knew about porn. I never knew to whack off. Until around this mother, he was like, right, this like in the prison. I was like, oh, caught on. If I'd have never experienced that, I'd have never knew to do that. Yes. But I knew to do that because I seen that. Exposure. A white person don't know how to be racist. You have to be with the person. Somebody, he got to be fucking nigga.
You learn about example.
Raised around it. We embrace hate and we disrespect women. That's America.
It's interesting too, though. Like going back to what you were saying about the videos and stuff, how that's so glorified.
They
that whole
glorify
stripper type of like super sexualized woman. That now that's become like, and I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but it's like someone. It's become way like that used to be taboo.
Fucking hard.
Like, isn't it interesting how now like being a stripper specifically, like that type of thing is like super glamorized?
For the
How do we even have them?
It's new. That's like a new thing in society. And it's weird because, like, in certain ways, I feel like we're moving in the right direction, but it's like with that,
it's so horrible that no one knows the spiritual connection with a woman's body.
In a way, women are trying to. I do feel that women are trying to like take the power back in it.
Oh, y'all been
and
taking.
So
how are they taking the power back though?
But I feel like they fall short in maybe saying, okay, we're gonna like transform this or transmute it into something more
that's positive,
pure.
What she's wearing is taking it back
in a weird way.
It's definitely like a woman's posted.
In a weird way, it almost seems like it's like the man just ends up winning. It's like someone it's a man that's creating that.
A lot of things out
because a man takes it's like this weird like double reverse psychology thing, right? Because like just bear with me for a second. It's basically like. The woman, it's like, okay, yeah, we don't want to slut shame and that type of thing, right? So the woman's like, oh, I'm going to own it by taking back that word. I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to take slut from being this shameful thing someone says about someone and be like, oh, yeah, I am sexually liberated. I'm not, like, and I get that message. But then it's like, because men were still in charge of, whatever the record labels, the entertainment industries, they like leaned into that. They exploited that idea of the woman being, oh, I am sexually liberated. I'm owning my sexuality. They're like, yeah, you are. Now do it on TV for all these men that are still paying me to see you sexualize yourself.
Right.
So it's a triple-edged sword.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird.
Even the handle is
not bad when you woman is that's the best thing. That's why when you woman is you understand, That's how your marriage lasts long. When your woman is your freak, she's your whore. Like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Somehow he's got it. You
gotta be a whore when you marry her.
Word choice is a little jarring.
But the idea's there.
Let's work on the labels.
You know what I'm saying?
But yes.
You want to, when you're married, you want to be each other's hoe.
He's saying he's her.
Not saying like I'm calling her that. I'm just saying be my hoe.
Be my freak, and I'll be.
Like, I don't want to go to the strip club. I'm gonna put a stripper pole in the house.
There you go.
My woman. I'm gonna put her money. I'm gonna throw it. You want your car to pay? You know what to do tonight, baby. You know what to do. Really? All little secret. Just all my secrets. My secrets decided with my woman. I don't want my woman stripping in a club.
No.
Showing Jimmy my titty. That's mine.
Not Jimmy.
This is my brother. I wouldn't have I couldn't go to the stripper. I'd be punching people in the club. I'd be going to jail. I'd be in prison.
So you're telling
me a woman's body to me is sacred.
So you're telling me you would never, you'd never date a stripper?
No.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That would never happen. Because see, her body.
Even if she had a Camaro,
like Kim Kardashian, I could have never went with Kim Kardashian because it's bad.
Even if she picked you up in a Camaro and took you for ice cream.
No.
Don't you believe people deserve second chances?
Second chances.
Let's say you met a woman that used to be a stripper,
Roxanne.
and then she found her spiritual path.
Yeah, I believe in that. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't judge that.
She found a better way.
And she
worked her ass off to get to law school.
And that's good. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about if she's a stripper at that moment. No, if she changed like that.
Judge women for doing what they have to do in a fucked up society that is extremely patriarchal.
I definitely don't judge that.
And that maybe didn't have any other opportunity truly.
Come on, let's be serious now. Some women messed up before.
That they weren't aware of the opportunities that they actually had. Yes. And that awareness comes with experience, comes with discovering yourself, comes
positive
with
influences.
A spiritual path, comes with just further understanding life, right? So not everyone chooses a reality, like the drug dealer, the stripper, you don't. I was thinking about this today, the weed peddler, the narco, the whatever.
Snitch.
Like, let's go all the way to the edge of the spectrum of.
Yeah, I feel that if she just didn't do it anymore, and I met her, and it was like
the counterfeiter.
The counterfeiter.
The snake oil snake.
I can feel it if she don't do that no more. I feel like physically, if I'm with her, I would be like going
halfway through that list, I forgot what we were talking about.
like going to the strip club and like finding a strip. Me falling in love with a strip and going to the strip club. No, that wouldn't.
I think we gotta wrap this down.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Chill, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
We got like 10 more. We got 5 minutes on the camera.
Okay, cool. Well, anyway, we hit a lot of topics today.
Conclusion of the day.
I would not date a stripper.
No, I think.
Don't date strippers. Let them figure it out.
But I let me get this clear. I would not date a stripper. Like walking a company, like. But if she changed her life and I met her at soon as she was eating, she's just not. It's not her life anymore.
Meeting you inspired her to change her life. What about then?
Then you'd see a difference.
I would say you.
I don't know.
I would be more quick to believe it wasn't in a strip club. If
I don't want to
strip
strip you back up.
She's gonna tell you that all day and take all your money, bro.
I think women need to realize that cookies are very special.
Cookies.
The cookies is very special.
Don't enable the cookies.
Yeah, don't let the football teams and all that get you. Don't let nobody want to train on you. Hold your composure.
So yeah, I think that if women generally, like if all the women in the world got together tomorrow on a Zoom call,
they'd kill us.
No, yeah, we discussed it in the global.
Men just want to
global female society. We have talked about the possibility of global castration.
We're done, buddy. We're done.
I have heard a theory of you can have your balls back on your 18th, or when you get like a college degree. Or
something. I've lost some listeners. Okay, so. No. I think that if all the women got together and said, we're going to hold back our goodies, I think it would make a change.
Go crazy.
I think a lot would get done.
Yes.
In that time. A lot would get done.
We know how to hold on testosterone.
But why is it the women's responsibility to hold back their goodies? Why can't men?
Because then it'll be rape.
I do.
Hold back.
I hold back. I'm bougie.
That'd be rape.
I'm saying, but
no. She's saying why can't it be the men that hold it back?
Oh, they have men.
You're in charge of the legs. Like you can't just throw your legs open, and that's where rape comes in. You know.
This is where we can go.
I don't think you got like where she was going with it. I think you guys are on two.
Basco is horrible.
I think we figured it out.
You took it in a very literal.
Basco is horrible.
I think we discovered where the short circuit lies.
But it's simple. Men just gotta not be so lustful, and women just gotta not be so be so lustful as in
that does not make sense. It has to be lust in it.
No, I think that women should be allowed to express their sexuality and their divinity, really, truly, because it shouldn't be separate.
What if that gets guys horny?
But there's a way to
how do you? What does not get us horny? What?
We should be more infatuated.
I think that the real spiritual task, the real task as a being on this planet is to be able to contain and transmute that energy. If we feel that, then I can control that. I can control that and take a step back and recognize that, I don't need to act on this. I don't need to lust. In fact, I can turn this into song.
Hallelujah.
I can turn this into conversation.
See, women can hold their
confront it. I can go straight up to the person that's creating this lust in me and say, I'm feeling this thing right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. Let's move through it in a healthy way so that we're not just going to act on it in a crazy way.
All I'm going to say, last thing to say, if you're like a person, I didn't really know you like that, say we're in a bar or something, reverse the roles real quick. You're a woman, I'm a man, I say, hey man, I'm just really feeling this certain type of way right now. Help me get through this. You think you're going to talk to me? But if you're like an attractive female, you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, totally, let's talk through this. Yeah, tell me all about this.
Not talking.
This is the triple-edged sword.
Anyway,
thank you so much.
Not talking story.
Going down.
Control yourself.
Control yourself. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Folks,
we love everybody.
Control yourself.
Hands. Keep your
Safety.
social distance.
Condoms.